my mom. Fuck, again. I did it again, I did it again, I did it again. I did it again. I'm there, I'm there, I'm there. Oh my god, bro. I'm gonna try that rubber technique again. They got me 20 points. He jumped out the way. Oh my god. Bro, how you do all that shit, nigga? Wait, for real though, like, how you do the moves though?
Okay. She left it on red. Okay. I think we're good. Think we're good. Alright. Alright. Put my volume down. Alright. What's good with YouTube? You already know what it is. It's your boy, what's up, motherfucker 3. Welcome to the council.
You saw that too.
Oh, y'all ain't see I got the light on? I decided to try my little lighter. I haven't used it in a while, so I was like, you know what? Might as well do it anyway. So, hopefully you guys like, comment, subscribe, and man, I gotta tell y'all a big, huge announcement, but I'm not gonna expose anything, just like fully on full detail. But I got some music shit coming. Maximum Carnage Volume 1 mixtape is already dropped. So
I know,
wait, hold on. Is this acting right? Okay. Just gotta make sure. Maximum Carnage mixtape Volume 1 is already out, but this next one, I gotta tell you, this next mixtape right here, man.
Come on.
I'm probably gonna drop it sometime this month. Like farther end of the month. So hopefully you guys be aware of that, and I'm gonna be posting all the songs I record from that mixtape and put it on YouTube and singles. And if y'all want to listen to basically all my music, there should be a playlist. There should be a playlist upon that. I gotta make sure my mic on. The playlist is called "The Story of the Foot Soldier." I think a foot soldier, the world greatest foot soldier. I don't know, but sit back, relax. I think this is episode 2 of what we're doing. I had not played this game in so long, so what we gonna do? We gonna see how this is gonna be doing. Make sure you guys subscribe. Hit the notification bell while you're here, and comment your favorite part. And without further ado, let's get straight into it. Make sure y'all light y'all blunts too.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men on the cloud would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wurm, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet. Monsieur de Richet, I am arresting you for the murder of Elizabeth Adams.
What? She's dead?
Oh my god.
Oh, I think I remember a little bit. I think I remember a little bit of this. Just because I didn't, I forgot what I didn't do, but I don't know what she wanted me to do, but I ain't do it because she was. But now I think she killed herself. So I think she's trying to pin me for murder. Okay. The encyclopedia. What am I doing? Skill point conviction.
Damn, AI move.
I'm gonna do psychology. Wait, how do I?
Oh damn. You're not doing
No,
that.
I'm
You're
not
not
doing
doing
that.
that. You're not doing that, bro.
Okay, let's look. Hold on, let me put my chat up. Okay,
I would like to disagree with
I had to put my chat up. So, okay. Let's see. Art. Intrusion? I think it's intrusion. Okay,
I have to stop doing that. What the
taught
fuck?
of art. Let's add that. Science, intrusion, logic. Let's do this one.
I saw somebody open.
And then okay.
You did at the top too?
Can I? Okay, so that do automatic. Okay. So
That's crazy.
I
Bro.
got my detective perk.
Is it crazy? I'm still mad.
Can I put anything on here? Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
That was too far away. Don't pass it the ball
Gotcha.
for the rest of the game. That was unacceptable.
Alright, well, let's go.
I'm revoking my own passing privileges. I'm just gonna set screens. The rest of the
Lord
game.
Mortimer's office, January 22nd, 1793.
I'm moving too fast, bro.
The Count. Hide and seek.
Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. But an act of horrific violence occurred during the night.
Oh, this
I
is
do
Lord
not know
Manamir,
if
the
this
person I
is
need
linked
to
to the disappearance of Sarah.
What do you mean? A link to my mother? I don't know if this appears, that's why.
What are
you
you
mean?
getting at? What act of violence?
We found Elizabeth Adams' body in her room.
Oh damn.
She was brutally murdered, stabbed several
Pass
times.
pulled him off me.
I'll get straight to the
Alright,
point,
okay, my
Louis.
bad.
According to the initial elements at my disposal, you were the last person to see her alive.
Yes.
Oh, I get it now. She was okay. I think I a little bit remember now. She was alive because
Or hell no.
she was a little bit
Either that or I should keep it
off the hinges. I don't know what it was. I gotta look back. I gotta look back at my notes, but But she was on some shit. But I didn't want to indulge. So I think that's probably why she killed herself. Possibly. I gotta look back. I haven't played this game in a minute.
Ooh, I took it from him.
Okay, let's get back to it. Oh, no.
Last night we,
I want you to tell me everything that happened last night, and leave not tell me. How did the evening begin?
Okay, well, I was with her.
Duchess Hillsborough and I were returning to our rooms when Elizabeth came up to us. She was in a state of panic and insisted that she needed to speak to me. She said she feared for her life. I took my leave of the Duchess and followed Elizabeth to her room.
Continue.
She insisted we have a drink, without which she refused to confide in me.
What exactly did she want to speak about?
About childhood, about her mother. She thought she seen her. Yeah, she thought she seen her mother. I think it's a little bit coming back.
She claimed she saw my mother the previous evening on the cliff, if I remember correctly.
Interesting. I will send someone as soon as possible.
Okay.
But do go on.
I refused to go on drinking with her. She already seemed drunk and her conversation became confused. So
yeah, she was like
ordered
that.
me to get out.
Yeah.
Yourself, Louis. How could you have known? But thank you for this new information. Louis, I shan't hide the fact that this tragedy puts me in a very delicate situation. I cannot risk upsetting the smooth operation of our next conference. But the case cannot remain unaddressed.
Oh.
I must reassure my guests, and justice will be done.
I didn't.
And for that to happen, I must ask for your help.
Why is that?
You met Elizabeth. You spoke together, I believe. She trusted you. Listen, Louis. Find out who could have committed this murder. I refuse to believe that one of my guests is the murderer. I want to know who is responsible for this. And I trust you. You have my backing. You must stop at nothing. Can I count on you?
Of course. How would you like me to
Absolutely.
proceed?
Maybe you can start by going to the scene of the crime. Elizabeth was attacked in her room.
Attacked. Any details about the tragedy? I can see you say go there. Okay, are there any suspects?
Do you have any suspects in mind, my lord?
I spent most of the night talking
Anybody
with
in mind?
Gregory and His Eminence Piaggi. So I think you can remove them from the list of suspects. Mrs. Bonaparte and President Washington left the party after midnight, I believe.
Yeah, so they're out of it.
Tired and went up to bed.
I think everybody was in bed by
I
then.
didn't jump in time. My bad, bro.
Any
Can you
details?
tell me anything else about what happened?
Now, Louis, I wouldn't want to influence you. Get over there and form your own opinion.
Alright, well,
Right. I'll get over there immediately.
Thank you, Louis. Now, once you've finished, come back and let me know your findings. I'll be waiting.
yes, sir.
And Louis,
Y'all said 3 times to some bad, so I did it 3 times and then passed
will
it.
be notified and they agree.
Very well. Very well. I guess I ought to get hunting. But first, let me look around real quick. Let me have a look around.
Oh, damn. My bad, I was too quick. I might get off of them anyway. I'm trying to see if you want me to come up with or not.
Your Eminence, I imagine that you've heard the news about
I'm gonna just pop up over
What
here.
a tragedy, my son.
That shit was
How could such a thing have happened?
That's exactly what I'm trying to find out. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary last night?
Fuck!
I saw a young French soldier, Bonaparte, I believe, hanging around near Miss Adams' room. But I would not want to get an innocent man into trouble. It's probably not.
Oh, damn.
Not to worry, Your Eminence. If he is innocent, then he has nothing to fear.
I know which one
Do
was
you know
fast.
why Monsieur Bonaparte was hanging around her room like that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised to learn that the dashing young soldier had become infatuated with a fragile young woman who looked a bit lost. But I don't think he got a very warm welcome.
Bonaparte and Adams? But they didn't even know each other, did they?
I couldn't say.
Anything else you can
But
tell me?
if I were you, my son, I would talk to Monsieur Perry. You remember how violently he set upon Miss Adams.
Oh, don't worry.
Yeah, and I did
He's
say
on the list of
life.
suspects.
Yeah, I'll go have a chat with him. I'll have a word with him. Oh.
Bro, why did I just pick up on my dude for it?
Alright, let's get hunting.
Oh, shit. He freaked out, God. Ah! Aaron Rodgers.
I wonder where everybody's at though. Oh, I do get the chance to.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Okay, yeah, I'm just letting him get that too now.
Let's check this room real quick. Cause he said I could check the rooms to see what the hell is going on.
Ready. Okay. Never mind. Why?
Dear E, I received your last letter. Unfortunately, the Crown informed the Golden Order.
Oh,
that
Emily, yeah, I know her.
circumstances hamper Sir Gregory's plans. Decidedly, they have support from the highest level in Buckingham Palace. So here we both are, hands and feet tied, and little room to maneuver. Keep me abreast of events. Our mission is becoming more complicated. Yours, E. T.S. The French chapter of the Order doesn't appear to know anything about the arrival of our friend Sarah. I therefore cannot comment on it. However, my guess is that she has come here for personal reasons.
That's crazy.
Oh. Oh, yeah, that's Emily.
What can I do for you, Louis?
I've come to see you about last night's tragedy. Did you hear anything about what happened to Elizabeth?
Yes, we all did. Rumors spread quickly, you know. How awful. I didn't know her well, but I hope at least the poor thing didn't suffer too much.
Death came quickly. You can be assured of that.
If such a senseless act can happen here, then none of us is truly safe anywhere. Lord Mortimer must be mortified that one of his guests could have committed such an act, don't you think?
He is indeed very upset about it. It's only natural after such a violent murder.
Violent? What do you mean?
Elizabeth was stabbed 9 times.
Oh my God, Louis. How awful. The murderer must have had a serious grudge against her to set upon her like that. It must have been a crime of passion. Do you know what happened exactly?
In fact, Lord Mortimer has asked me to look into this case, Emily.
Really? Are you Lord Mortimer's snoop now?
I'm doing it for Elizabeth, not to please Mortimer.
Good for you. Quite right, too. Have you found out anything?
Where was she last night? What was her relationship with Elizabeth?
Did you and Elizabeth get to know each other?
I must admit, Louis, I didn't take much interest in it. I feel a bit guilty about it, but I never actually spoke to her. She seemed burdened by her problems, and as she wasn't invited to the conference, I didn't really seek her out.
Alright, well...
I'm now interviewing all the guests to establish the alibis for each person. Just so that I can cross you off the list of suspects, can you tell me what you were doing on the night of the murder?
Am I given to understand that I'm on the list of suspects?
Don't take it the wrong way, but I must consider every possibility.
Well, if you absolutely wanted to be sure of my activities that evening, you only had to join me, you know.
I know, Emily.
You... Oh, that's right! I was supposed to meet with her the other night, but I got pulled by her. I meant to sit up... I made that mistake, but... Hey, it is what it is.
Even though I spent part of the evening with Elizabeth.
You're sure it's not too hard to bear for you?
The fact is, I don't have a choice. But I will find the murderer. I owe Elizabeth that, at least. I won't keep you, Emily. Thank you for answering my questions.
See you, Louis.
I was supposed to be with her that night, but other shit pulled me. So she's not... Okay. Let's get up out of here. Whose room is this?
Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Hey, buddy.
Monsieur de Richet, please be quick. We are both very busy.
Yeah. Question about last night.
Did you hear about young Elizabeth?
Indeed, it is deeply regrettable.
Lord Mortimer asked me to...
I know. You no doubt want to know my alibi. I spent the night downstairs playing cards.
With who exactly?
Can you tell me who was present at the game, please?
Well, there were Lord Mortimer, President Washington, and Sir Gregory.
Thank you.
Ah, and His Eminence Piaget as well. Excuse me, I nearly forgot him. Poor soul.
Did any of you leave during the game?
Not that I know of, monsieur. I didn't exactly spend my time noting the other guests' comings and goings, but I don't think so.
Thank you.
I don't think he ain't got nothing to do with it.
Did you notice anything unusual during the evening?
Nothing at all, except the luck of the devil of Lord Mortimer and Sir Gregory at cards.
Did they win much?
Oh la la, monsieur, they cleaned us out more like. But I plan on getting it all back before we leave.
Very well.
What time did the game end?
I can't say exactly. As for me, I must have stayed until midnight. I was exhausted, couldn't think straight. So I preferred to go up to bed.
On your way up to bed, did you notice anything out of the ordinary?
No, not in the least. The whole manor was sound asleep.
Not really. No. Someone saw you not far from the victim's room.
Oh, yeah.
Can you tell me what you were doing exactly, please?
I can tell you that someone is an idiot. I wanted to warn her to be careful. You see, on the night of my arrival, I saw someone leaving her room in haste, and I wanted to speak to her, to warn her. Unfortunately, the young lady slipped through my fingers each time. Now I know why. She had every reason to be worried. What an idiot I was not to insist. I could have helped her.
been studying him for a while now, and I don't think he was lying. Yet, I'm surprised how easy it was for me to read him. It must surely be his military side. I wish they all could be like that. My investigation would be finished already.
I could question his troops.
Well, have we finished, monsieur?
Yeah,
Exactly.
you can go back to what
Thanks
you was
again
on.
for all your answers. Good day.
I could question the troops.
Carmelite water. They say that if you drink this, it'll give you a real boost. A bicorn decorated with a cockade. It must belong to a French soldier.
Probably nothing to worry about. Alright, let's get out of here. Who's this room?
C'est Jacques Perru?
Let's look at dog real quick. Ah, you.
What do you want from me, de Richet?
Greetings. It's fallen to me
Cut the
that...
crap! Get to the point. We both know why you're here.
And have you got anything to tell me?
What does it matter? It's too late anyway. Do what you have to do and get out.
It's never too late, sir. If you have something to say, now is the time.
You don't understand. Everything's already written. It's over.
Why is he behaving like the perfect culprit? What is it that's already written? I'm not sure I follow you.
No, you don't.
What you mean?
A pattern with 4 circles. Dear Monsieur Perret, I'm writing to thank you for the funds you sent. These funds will be crucial for the renovation of the western wing of the orphanage. The children you sent are doing marvelously well, and little Pierre will soon be walking. Some of them still sometimes suffer nightmares about their parents on the scaffold, but I expect they will cease in due course. Should you decide to send us more, please note that another 20 beds will soon be ready. The children and myself will never thank you enough. Long live the Republic. Long live France. Sister Marianne. All right. I've retrieved everything.
So what you thinking? He did it? He might be.
I've retrieved everything.
He might be. Let me have a talk with him real quick.
All right. Have you finished?
Not quite. I'd like you to answer a few questions. Let's get right to it. Are you Elizabeth Adams' murderer?
That is for you to prove, if I'm not mistaken, boy. You weren't expecting me to do all the legwork for you, were you? Lazy man.
Very well.
Goodbye, sir. We shall meet again.
Probably.
Very well. I think he did some shit for real. Wait, but I still gotta check everything. I think this is my room.
Monsieur Johann van Vulna.
Okay. think I gotta go back this way. Yeah. I think I might have found something. I don't know. Dude never rubbed me right. Pause. Because he did get into that altercation with her. So, I don't know. We gonna see. We gonna see. I'm gonna change this title too. Yo, my boy, I think we found something.
I've come to speak about the findings of the investigation, my lord.
I'm listening, Louis.
I believe I've identified the murderer.
Really, Louis? All right then. Please think carefully before you give me your answer. This is a very, very serious accusation.
Damn, what was his name? I think it's Jason Peru.
It would appear that Monsieur Peru is the culprit.
What proof do you have against him?
He hit her before yesterday evening. His Eminence Piaggi can testify to that fact.
Ah, very interesting. Anything else?
I believe there's enough here to prove his guilt.
Very well. I'll share your conclusion with Gregory, and then I shall take care of everything from now on. Given the eminent guests and the important political issues involved, I trust you will leave me to conclude the case in my own way.
As you wish.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She isn't missing, you know.
What? What do you mean?
My mother has left traces in every nook and cranny of your island, my lord. She's definitely here. Now, what worries me most is why she doesn't show herself.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far. Yet he told me that you had spoken and that you hadn't been able to reach an understanding.
That's putting it mildly. Monsieur Bonaparte is one of those guys who only understands people who think like he does.
Ah, I see what you mean. He is indeed rather inflexible when it comes to certain subjects. But I am still of the opinion that you can manage to get along.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Did my mother intend to finance a war? I'm not sure that I follow.
No, your mother's aim was not so much to partake in a war, but rather to make Monsieur Bonaparte accountable. France is in turmoil, and having the support of a military man can often come in handy. You'll see. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what he's saying. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over.
Okay.
You asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
If only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I'm sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
I'd like to find a logical answer, but I just can't see anything. Apart from the fact that she might have lost her mind. Since I came here, I've ceased to understand her. That, plus what I've found out about her past, and I'm left with the bitter feeling that I never really knew her.
I can understand you beginning to feel that way after these past 2 days.
Alright, wait, give me a second. I gotta switch my camera around.
But I'm sure all will become clear once your mother reappears. The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Kanjin.
Ah, yes. His famous cotton gin. It was supposed to revolutionize cotton production in the United States.
It will revolutionize the world, Louis. The potential of this invention is much greater. Tomorrow, all industries will be switching to simple but large-scale production. Of that, I'm sure.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Okay, so I gotta know the bottom part. Okay.
Mother lulled my childhood with tales of the Crusades. How Richard the Lionheart and Philip Augustus had to battle it out to achieve their ends. And how Guy de Lusignan, having broken his word, launched the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh, I see Sarah's lessons have inspired new enthusiasts. Good on you, because not everyone can claim they know as much at your age. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know. But I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
I beg your pardon? Hang on. That means my vision of the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you. The more the days went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation, until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I should stay on her trail and follow any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our next guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
Wait, here? Oh, shit. So this is her room.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. A fierce opponent of the first Christians, St. Paul is suddenly struck by the call of Jesus Christ and converts. It's the best-known conversion in Christian history, which teaches us that even enemies of Christ can be saved, and even become his greatest apostles after finding faith. From what I can recall, the account of his conversion can be found in the epistles to the Galatians, the Philippians, the Corinthians, and the Acts of the Apostles.
Examine. Nah, leave it alone. I'm here for something else. Let's see what else we can find here.
What is this disc?
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our race.
Did you say thank you? There. Oh, there we go. Dad, you want kisses from who? Her boyfriend. From me?
There's burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says, We must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is onto us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, swords. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Am I gonna walk into another puzzle? She says we must find a way to communicate. Someone is on to us. Oh, go ahead.
Hello? I ain't gonna lie, y'all go ahead and find that for us, because I'm finna go to my girlfriend's room.
Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world was right there.
Can I open this door? No.
Hey, you got Roblox on your PlayStation? Yeah. What you asked that for? Is you
The door appears to be locked on the other side.
We found out and figured out a way to coax you into getting what I want.
I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
You got some hair grease?
Let's see if it works.
Thank you, Daryl, for gaming.
It's open.
So, what's over here? Turn this light off, then.
Yeah, of course you do.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Pliny. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Okay.
That's my best friend. My best friend.
The New Testament.
What's that? Ooh, her hair growing? What's up?
This book is incredibly precious. I believe this is the book my mother referred to when calling upon the Lord. This volume dates from the first edition by Gutenberg. It's the first book that was ever printed. The pages are covered in annotations in Latin, French, and Hebrew. Someone spent years studying this Bible.
Even with your little highlight. Don't let nobody tell you different. Girl, you ain't see how Derek was looking at you? What you mean?
Because we look not at the things that are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
That's alright. I don't think I won't find nothing here.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
I'll text you. Alright. Yeah. Hold on, wait. Look at how much space is in here now. Okay. Look at how much space is in here now. Let me look out.
And the man with the sword.
Go outside.
Does that mean it must be talking about these paintings?
Okay, I'll let you know on the way.
What the fuck is she talking about?
Dante's paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured. For what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen your rays.
Why if I just leave? Oh no. Trust the one with the sword. So it gotta be some sort of figurine. Something like that.
St. John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. Well, we often give credit to St. John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
Okay. Okay. I guess, I don't see anything in here.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido. Looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Oh.
Can you boost me on Chime real quick? Can you boost me on Chime real quick? Or
I ain't even got no boost.
Alright, never mind. Everybody just boosted me already.
Yeah, that's it.
Amber. St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange.
So there it is.
There's hardly any dust. As if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. The text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
I got whatever, alright.
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. The text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. What's the story with these pilgrims? I mean,
No, you good, huh?
figure, maybe?
No, but you still streaming, they gotta be able to hear you.
No, they can hear me. They hear everything that's going on here.
I wanna get this shit off my screen. Why do I look like that?
St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust. As if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean?
Hmm.
So we have the figure 11 twice underlined, and a story of a group of pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. The text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe? So we have the figure 11 twice underlined. And
Oh, I got it. Oh, I said it twice. God damn it.
Like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. The text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
So what the fuck does all this mean?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Pliny. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
So what the fuck does that even mean?
Did you go on the glass bridge, or is that the other person?
Something about...
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications.
I think I found something.
What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the acts counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation. To his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, his last comment is about the code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Follow the clues in your mother's Bible. Paul. Which one is Paul? Is this dog right here? Wait. Pause the Hebrews, there's complications, I await the confirmation. When Paul understood only controls. So I think...
Spirit of St. Mark from the collection of the apostles by Guido Rini.
Nope, this ain't the nigga. So where's Paul posted at? So where's Paul posted at? Is he right here?
The drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Rini.
That's Matthew.
Writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Never mind, my ride here in 40 minutes. I'm gonna get back off. I'll show you wrong.
Okay, so that's dog. That's and that's Matthew. So where's Paul? Which one was this?
St. Paul, the road to Damascus.
That's him.
Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black, the play of colors too. Paul facing ordeal. The curtain of his illusion is being raised and receives the light from the Savior. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come?
This doesn't show me nothing. Let's look at it again. Cases, process, what happened? Did you really need? Tonight calls tomorrow evening. Paul understood the action of his tracks. I'll await the confirmation to his left. company of pilgrims that have joined him. So where's that at?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Pliny. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Okay, so that's not it. That's not it. Is this him, her right here?
St. John, painted by Guido Rini. St. John is known as the youngest of Christ's apostles. While we often give credit to St. John for having written about the apocalypse in the last book of the Bible.
That still doesn't mean anything.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Wait, a note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the two groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative, awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Youngest apostle? What the hell is that? Is it here?
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Pliny. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
The youngest apostle. So
there's nothing worth noticing here. No, nothing of value here. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
damn, I'm a dub when it go to that.
There's nothing worth noticing here. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. St. Paul painted by Guido Rini. So we have the figure 11 twice underlined. And
that's not in either.
Pilgrims who it looks like Paul is speaking to. Maybe it's a code. There must be a connection. A text on Paul must be somewhere, and it must be associated with the figure 11. But what's the story with these pilgrims? I mean, a connection with the figure, maybe?
That doesn't make any sense.
Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle. painting? It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean? It must be the group of pilgrims mentioned from before. I guess maybe the city of Corinth is a reference to the epistle from Corinthians in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
St. Paul on the Road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust has built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtain of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. But how come?
Not in either.
But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness hath blinded his eyes. Then they suborned men, which said, We have heard him speak blasphemous words against Moses and against God.
What the fuck does all this mean? Maybe I gotta read the Bible a little more?
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. What doth it profit, my brethren, though a man say he hath faith, and have not works? Can faith save him? Too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years.
Alright, I'm gonna have to look this up. You know what? I'll just leave it right here for right now. I'm gonna have to find this some other time. But Anyway, guys, I'm going to end it right here. Probably gonna record another game. So make sure you guys stay tuned and do what y'all gotta do. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll be back shortly.